8 o'clock on Sunday morning in the last week in July. I'm on my way into work, which I do most weekends in Leeds. I was just thinking this last week, it's about my 48th year of employment is this, and I've worked most weekends, well, weekends on and off during the whole of that time. I'm just beginning to wonder whether it's time to actually retire or not. Anyway, I'm making a video, as you've probably gathered, of a part of my journey into Leeds. I'll probably talk more about retirement in other videos because it's on my mind quite a bit. I'm not quite retirement age yet, and part of me started to resent working on Saturdays and Sundays. I keep thinking about all the things I could do, but I've worked so long and so often on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm quite anxious about taking that step and giving up work altogether. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. There was some public disorder in Leeds. I don't know if you saw it on the news last Thursday. It was been quite warm as the weather, and big cities, they do have disorder from time to time. It seems to be a fact of life, and I don't want to be one of these people who bad news tourists, but the area where it happened, I know it quite well. I've lived there and I was brought up quite close to the area. I've got family, friends in the area. I've worked in the area, and I am, as I've said in other videos, quite affectionate about Leeds and its people, to be fair, because like all big cities, the large majority of the people that live here are fine, upstanding people. So as I say, it's not about the disorder. If you want to know about that, I suggest you don't check the social media, because a large proportion of what's on social media, pardon my French, is complete bollocks. But yeah, check the news channels about what happened. All I thought I would do was drive to work a slightly different route. And, try and, of course, hopefully it's not kicking off at 12 minutes past 8 on a Sunday morning. Church of the Epiphany there, I think it's quite architecturally renowned for for the inside of it. It's boarded up. Oh, blimey. This is the Gipton estate, a big, large social housing estate. Thousands of houses built after World War II. A lot of the oldest properties have been replaced now, as well, as you can see. Used to be a pub, notorious pub there. I think it's called the Oak Tree. Rumour had it you could get anything you wanted in there. Literally anything. Anyway, it's a Lidl now, so you can get almost anything you want in there, but under slightly different circumstances. Anyway, I just thought I'd drive through the area, let you know what I think. It's a good area with good people. There is a criminal element. There are people working hard and doing well in the area. There are people who don't do so well in the area, who need help themselves. I think the authorities that work in the area do a good job under sometimes difficult circumstances. But overall, Harehills isn't the picture that, and Chapeltown and Gipton aren't what's painted on social media. So I thought we'd have a little 10-minute diversion. You can see the city in the distance there. You can see how close we are to the city centre. We're sort of crossing over now from Gipton into Harehills. And I would say it is a very ethnically, culturally mixed area, which in my humble opinion is to the benefit of the city and to the benefit of the country. I think this, I'm not sure, yeah, I think this is where the bus was on fire. Yeah, you can see it all in the road. There's images of a bus burning. But as you can see, as you would expect on a Sunday morning, you see another pub here called the Compton on the right hand side, big old pub. And again, it was, I always thought it was just a complete dead dive, but it was quite notorious. I do intend to do a couple of walking tours around here at some point. There's a massive factory on the left hand side, the Burton's factory. It was like the biggest tailoring shop in the world. And that wall there on the left with the bars, that's Beckett Street Cemetery. Really old cemetery. You can see the wall here now. It was opposite, still is opposite St James's Hospital. And it's got some real old graves and monuments. This building on the right here, this was, I think, Hudson Road Police Station, way back in the day. I think it closed in about 1950s, 40s. This is Harehills Road. So Harehills Lane that we've just crossed is just up there on the right. Roundy Road is down on the left. As you can see, as I say, it's a vibrant community. There's all kinds of shops, food shops, restaurants. But like all in the city areas, it does it does have poverty and problems. This is Banstead Park on the left. I think there was a bit of bother there a few years ago, but it's a lovely little park now. A ghost sign up there. I think just down here, as I say, I'm not a tourist. I'm just wanting to show you that life is good and life is normal. I think it was here though as well, this whole area here. On the left, this little parade here, there was a pet shop that I used to come to with my mother when I was a child. We knew the owner, and we used to come on the bus on a Saturday afternoon or walk up, and sometimes go back with a goldfish or We're not far from Roundy Park here. Straight on about a mile up the road, you come to Roundy Park. Going this way. No idea what's going on here. I need to go right up Harehills Lane. Not sure I'm going to bother. Realised, well, I was going to say I hadn't realised you couldn't turn right up Harehills Lane there, but you probably have never been able to turn right up Harehills Lane for a long time. This is East Hilly Road. Going the opposite way to where we're going would eventually take you out towards Weatherby. That way. But yeah, it's an inner city area. It has all the problems associated with inner city areas, and I think the investment in the houses and public services can only help areas like it, as they will only help the whole country. So picture house there, was it the Clock Cinema? I don't know what it is now. It was like electrical retailers for a lot of years. I don't remember it as a cinema. I think it must have closed when I was quite young. Cracking building though. It'd be lovely as a cinema now. On the right, on the left, sorry, as we get to the traffic lights, I think I've said before, there was a pub called the Ford Green where there used to be bands and things like that. A mate of mine told me he saw the Sex Pistols there, but I once mentioned it to somebody else and they said no, they were cancelled on the night they were supposed to appear. Anyway, that was it, folks. That was a quick whistle-stop tour of Harehills. As you can see, it's a very densely populated area. It's remarkable how few police it, how well everybody gets on. There are social problems and they should be getting addressed by the government and the local government, but just don't believe what you read on Twitter. There are other social medias. Yeah, don't believe what you read on them, because I'm afraid to say a lot of it just isn't true. And if you say, oh well, it's only 8:10 on a Sunday morning, that's fine. I mean, I've driven regularly through this area at 12 o'clock at night on my way home from work, and again, being quite unmolested, kept the doors locked. If I stop by a group of 10 or 12 kids on a street corner at 10 to 1 in the morning, it seems like common sense, but just gonna go left, right. I'm getting my left and right. So I've just seen a great view of Leeds. I'm not sure I've ever seen before. Get that for a view of the city. Anyhow, I need to go because there's somewhere I need to be. Sorry if it's been a bit rambling. I'm a bit sleepy. I haven't been sleeping 100% because of we've had a heat wave. It's all anybody's been talking about. We've had 2 days of hot weather, and I am a bit sleepy and I am a bit rambling. The Thackeray Medical Museum on the right, Beckett Street Cemetery on the left. I really must come. And again, it's things like this on a Sunday morning. This is what I would be doing. But as I say, I've never really been retired. Not for any length of time. I mean, I have more time off now than I've ever had before, but I'm still working. The big oncology unit there on the right at St James's, Bexley wing. It's an amazing hospital, really. So thanks for watching. I try to promote Leeds where I can. If there's anything that makes me unhappy, I will tell you, but generally it's like all big cities full of decent people trying to make their way in life, and I just think that should be acknowledged. So thanks for joining me. I'm gonna go get to work a little bit early, have a coffee, hopefully wake up. That plan, I was gonna head into the city centre, up that road there, but it's closed. Some diversion, isn't it? It sends you all the way down here, where we were just a week or so back on one of our walking tours of the city. It sends you all the way down here. To turn round to go back. Thinking about going up there in my car, because I have got no idea now where you're allowed to drive, where you're not allowed to drive in Leeds city centre. New road layout ahead, you don't say. Another walk I'm planning on doing from the river up here, where we're driving now, is there's Meanwood Beck, comes out in the river and flows in the valley further up, but all along here it runs in a culvert under the roads and footpaths, and I'm wanting to follow the course of the beck sometime. An old army barracks, I think on the left there, or is it was further back? There we go. This was where I was trying to get. Yes, as I say, that's the only. Do you work on a weekend? Let me know. Have you got any views on retirement? When's a good age? Yeah, Google when's good age to retire, and you get as many answers as there are people. Some people say you live longer if you retire earlier. Some people say you live longer if you keep working. Some people never plan to retire. Some people want to retire when they're 30. It's, I know it is a personal thing, but I'm just starting to think I could be doing other things. I mean, the YouTube's not really taken off like I kind of thought it might do. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but we're at 244 subscribers, so we're a long, long way from making any money. But it would be nice to just be able to do this every weekend. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so thanks for watching. I'm going to call it a day. We're just about to pass the Leeds Arena on the left-hand side. And until the next time.